It's been about 3 weeks since my last podcast and YouTube training episodes. Stay tuned to find out what's been happening around forest applications training. Welcome to Along the ForstApps Road podcast. This is week 38 of 2023. Well, I don't know exactly how to begin. It's been an action-packed last few weeks. And I had to cancel out the last day of training in Massachusetts we had. I got to where I couldn't walk 10 yards without my legs feeling like I had 100-pound weights on them, and I was totally out of breath. Thanks to the guys from Leominster, Mass. That had to bring the truck to me to make it out of the woods that Thursday afternoon. We were a little anxious about what was going on. Almost 15 years ago, I was diagnosed with stage 4 colorectal cancer. A large tumor was removed from my lower colon, and we went through several weeks of chemotherapy. So Laura made an appointment with our family doctor for Saturday morning, August 26th, and we began our trek in the motorhome back to Georgia. On the way home, a few miles north of Roanoke, Virginia, traffic was heavy, and a truck slowed quickly in front of me. I couldn't brake and steer clear, so the driver's side front corner of the RV struck the rear of the truck's trailer. It was left undrivable. By the time the wrecker got the RV and my trailer to their storage area, it was almost 11 p.m. that Friday evening. We loaded the Jeep with some stuff, 5 dogs, and Laura drove us home to Rome, arriving about 5:30 in the morning. We made it to the doctor's appointment on time. He did some labs and an EKG heart test. Short story is my blood count was about 6.3, which it needs to be at least 8. And I was showing signs of internal bleeding and swelling from fluid. Also possible congestive heart failure, as my heart was producing about 35% of its capacity. So they put me directly in the hospital. Tests began to locate the bleeding, and that turned out to be a blockage in the upper colon that was tied into my small intestine. First step was to have surgery to repair the colon and intestine and remove the baseball-sized tumor. Cardio doctors said they had to hold off until the surgery had healed some and at least my blood counts came up. A heart cath had shown some blockages and should be a candidate for open heart bypasses. I was in the hospital 12 days and then home to recuperate. Nurse Laura is such a blessing. I don't know what I'd do without her. Well, we've canceled all training and travel until the first of the year. I plan to work on some video training to cover some requests we've had from some power companies and municipalities, but I'm not going to be able to hold any live hands-on training until things heal. Wednesday, September 20th, I have a very special podcast airing that I recorded while we were in Rhode Island. It's an interview with Jeff Cathcart. Jeff is responsible for putting forest applications training on the map. Please check out on your Forest Applications podcast provider. My YouTube channel at ForstApps is still growing over 600 videos related to chainsaw applications and safety instruction. Take a look and don't forget to subscribe. It helps the algorithm pick up more on YouTube, and more people can take advantage of the training videos. I also want to thank those who have sent messages and prayers. Laura had placed a page on Facebook as a prayer group, and all of those that have added prayers and just simple comments. I appreciate you so very, very much. It's meant so much to both of us. Well, that's kind of an update. I'll try to keep you posted in the coming weeks, and we hope to still see you along the ForestApps road at some point. This is Tim Ard wishing you good sawing.